Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord is the first title in the Wizardry series, which is considered one of the most influential in the history of the RPG genre. Originally released in 1981, the game revolutionized the way RPG games were played, introducing mechanics and elements that would later become standards in the genre. The latest version of the game, developed by Digital Eclipse, brings us a complete three-dimensional remake of this classic title, adapting it for a modern audience while retaining the spirit of the original. The original version of the game had very simple graphics, limited by the technical capabilities of computers at the time. Versions for the Apple II and PC were known for their minimalist displays, while the NES version introduced music and more detailed graphic displays, significantly enhancing the overall experience. The remake retains this nostalgia, but with a modern 3D presentation, allowing players to immerse themselves in meticulously reconstructed dungeons. The music in the remake also contributes to the atmosphere, although the original game did not have sound effects, except for occasional clicks and beeps. The player begins by creating a team of 6 adventurers who descend into the depths of the dungeon to defeat the evil wizard Werdna. Navigating through the dungeons in the original was challenging due to the lack of landmarks and the need for mapping each level. This mechanic remains a central part of the game in the remake, maintaining the sense of adventure and danger. Controls have been adapted to modern standards, but they retain the essence of the original. Arrow keys are used for navigation, while other commands are accessible through numeric keys or shortcuts, making the game more accessible yet still challenging. The story of the game is simple, yet effective. Your team of adventurers enters a dungeon to defeat an evil wizard. While modern RPGs often feature complex narratives and deep characters, Wizardry focuses on exploration and survival in a dangerous environment. This simplicity allows players to use their imagination to fill in the gaps, creating a unique experience that is hard to replicate in contemporary games. The atmosphere of the game is crucial. The dungeons are dark and claustrophobic, creating a sense of danger at every turn. One of the main challenges of the game is its difficulty. Without detailed guides or instructions, players must experiment and learn from their own mistakes. This approach might deter new players, but for those who are willing to invest the time and effort, the game offers an unparalleled sense of achievement. Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord has had a significant historical impact on the RPG genre. As one of the first games to introduce team-based role-playing mechanics and a first-person perspective, it laid the groundwork for many later titles. Games like Final Fantasy and Elder Scrolls would not exist without the innovations brought by Wizardry. One of the most significant advantages of the remake are the graphical and technical improvements. While the original game uses simple, almost primitive graphic displays, the remake brings intricately reconstructed 3D dungeons with modern lighting effects and high-resolution textures. These enhancements not only make the game visually more appealing, but also help in creating a deeper atmosphere and immersing players into the game world. Originally, the game had no sound effects, except for occasional clicks and beeps, which was consistent with the technological limitations of the time. The NES version introduced music, which significantly enhanced the gaming experience. The remake uses modern sound technology to create a rich and atmospheric sound landscape. The music is tailored to match the pace of the game, and sound effects add an additional layer of immersion, making each action and interaction within the game more meaningful and impressive. While modern RPG games often offer a variety of environments and quests, Wizardry focuses on a single complex dungeon. This concentration allows players to fully dedicate themselves to mapping and exploring, creating a sense of constant tension and danger. Every step could lead to a deadly trap or an encounter with dangerous enemies, requiring strategic thinking and careful planning. Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, is not a game for everyone. Its difficulty, old-fashioned approach to gameplay, and the need for patience can be a barrier for modern players accustomed to intuitive guides and fast-paced action games. However, for those seeking an authentic classic RPG experience, this game is invaluable. If you're a fan of RPG games and want to experience one of the genre's pioneers in its modern guise, definitely give Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord a try. Subscribe to our channel, Game Vault HQ, for more reviews, tips, and gaming news.